How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the Mando Bros channel. It's your boy Big O Nuggets, and with me is my man.
Yo, what's up? It's Eagle Heart. How's everyone?
And today we are finally glad to bring you guys our full thoughts and kind of like our ratings on each episode and our ratings of Vision as a whole. Eagle Heart and I stood up and we watched all the episodes on day one, and we're still uploading a couple. So by the time you see this video, we're still going to be uploading a couple of the reactions to some of the episodes. But we wanted to give you guys our full-on thoughts regarding each episode, rate them, and then rate Visions, and give you guys our thoughts on all this. So real quick before we continue, we will have a little giveaway though. It's going to be posted up on our socials and on our Discord. We have a Star Wars channel specifically for it, and it's going to be from Star Wars The Ronin, which is based off of the first episode, The Duel. They actually wrote an actual novel regarding it, which we will be covering. Eagle Heart and I actually have our own copies of the book, and we will be covering that in detail as it releases in October this month, the month of October. So we're very, very excited. Now let's just go ahead and dive in. Let's give our first little thoughts real quick of Visions. Eagle Heart, just give us your overview of Visions real quick.
Overall, I absolutely loved it. I love the artwork, the presentation of how the characters, there were some, lull episodes, but overall, love it. Can't wait for season 2.
Yep, same. I feel the same. I feel like all the episodes were unique in their own way. I really feel like the producers behind this and the directors really gave their everything to really showcase what they could do with Star Wars, and they really put it out there in Visions. And so I truly loved it. Like Eagle Heart said, there were some episodes that were a little low, but either way, it showed creativity. It was a fun episode. All of this is still non-canon. None of this is canon. It's all non-canon, which is great. I would love to see more of this expanded with non-canon content, which would be absolutely awesome. So let's start off with the very first episode, which is The Duel. Woo! This one. Again, a Vision novel coming up, The Ronin, The Duel. First off, I'm going to say artwork, black and white, and with the lightsabers and blasters lighting up and all the lights coming up, beautiful. Fight scenes, beautiful. The storyline, I was so hooked and I cannot wait to read the book. Beautiful. I just love the way he just takes out. And if you notice, he has two blades. He has a short blade and he has a long blade. The long blade, as you can see, like long saber, he comes out of the sheath and he puts it back in. Then he has a short blade that just extends out. Overall, for me, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. This one, honestly, first episode really just set the tone for Visions.
It did.
100%. Eagle Heart, your thoughts on The Duel?
Man, it goes past 10 out of 10, man. I'd put like 20 out of 20 or 100 out of 100. This, like Nugget said, man, this really put Visions to the top, with this episode, and made everyone want to keep watching more.
Yep.
And I am so excited for the book to come out. Can't wait to read it. Well, listen to it, because I don't read. I listen to Audible.
Yes, and it's hey, Audible is great. I might even have to listen to it myself. But overall, The Duel, amazing episode. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen Visions yet, watch it. The Ronin, the first episode of The Duel is just gonna blow your mind already. 10 out of 10, stamp of approval. This one was beautiful. Yep. All right, episode 2, The Twins. This one for me personally, I saw what they're trying to do. I love the idea. I love the art. Everything, like the animation was amazing. Fight scenes were awesome. The concept was great. I love the Luke and Leia vibes to it and everything as well. It just, the story itself didn't hit too well for me. It really didn't hit. I feel like it was just a little all over the place, and I got a little confused on what was going on. So for me, the twins besides how beautiful it looked, animation, everything, I gotta give this one a 5 out of 10. This one personally was not like my personal favorite. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed everything about it, but it just wasn't my personal favorite. What about you, Eagle?
Same. I mean, like while watching it, I kind of felt like it was rushed a little bit. And like I came into a middle of a movie that was already playing, and so like I felt like there was like no lead up to how everything happened. They kind of just threw it in there during the fight sequence on why he betrayed him, and I just felt like it was a little rushed. And yeah, I would probably give this to a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it was still great. Like I see the ambition, I see the vision behind it, but again, I just feel like this one wasn't too properly executed, but still beautiful in its own way. It's still beautiful. So that's the twins for me. 5 out of 10. Not good, but not bad. All right. Next up, we got Tatooine Rhapsody. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm a hella biased off of this episode because we got my boy Boba in here, and I'm a huge Boba Fett fan. And I already told Eagle this episode for me. I just love the fact that it was simple. We got some dope ass music. We got some Boba Fett action. We saw Slave One or Boba Fett's ship, and it was just, I loved it. And I personally would give this like a 7, 8, just because of what it was. It was simple, straight to the point, beautiful. I truly, truly enjoyed it. Eagle.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun little musical. About friends. How friends always stick together no matter what. But I am expecting that entire band of Tatooine Rapisticity to be a pop collection.
I would love to see it. I would buy it 100%.
And a miniature Boba Fett.
If they come out with a miniature Boba Fett, man, I'll buy that instantly. But honestly, 7 out of 10 for me.
I would give it like a 6, just because it was fun to watch, and it really stayed true to the whole theme of that episode.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. I get it. I'm biased, and I don't care. I loved it. 7, 8 out of 10 for me. All right. Next episode we got is The Village Bride. I got to say for this one, I saw a lot of mixed reviews on this one in particular, but honestly, like, I just love the fact that how, like, very deep this episode got. Like, they really went deep in this episode regarding the Force, and the planet, and like a very spiritual connection with the Force, which we kind of don't really see too much in a lot of Star Wars. We hear about it, they talk about it briefly, but they kind of really showed it a little bit here in this episode. And I love the vibes, and I love how she's pretty much still a Padawan because she still has that little dreadlock. And at the end, after she, as the episode progresses, I love how her character grows too, and her connection with the Force grows. And the final, the end scene with the heels and the light and the yellow or white lightsaber, just it was all so beautifully done. And honestly, for me, The Village Bride gets a nice 8 out of 10 for me personally. Because I loved everything about it, and I love the deep spiritual connection with the Force. I think that was what made it great.
Oh yeah, and the one thing I liked about it was it showed her, not really knowing the Force in depth, but then really, the Force kept growing on her throughout that episode. How she was able to see the memories of the planet and that old man to be able to tell her what was going on. It really, I think, opened her eyes to, I need to make a stand, and stop hiding. And then that's what I really liked.
Yep, and then how she just cut her little braid, pretty much saying that I'm not a Padawan no more. I'm going to be a Jedi Knight and protect those and follow the Force. And it just again, beautiful for me. What is your scoring on that, Eagle?
Which one? Sorry.
Village Bride.
Oh, I would say 8.5.
8.5. Awesome. Same 8 out of 10 for me. Beautiful, beautiful episode. All right. Next up is the Ninth Jedi, And this one, man, I swear, I think is one of like it's right up there with the Ronin. To be honest with you, it's a good 9.5, 10 out of 10 for me. I love how they made this all. This felt like a High Republic vibe. Episode. Honestly, all these Jedi come into one place seeking lightsabers that were, I guess, destroyed because the Jedi aren't really a thing. I mean, the Force is out there. There's Force-sensitive people. They all come to one place, and it's so awesome. I love the blacksmith or the Jedi, the sabersmith, yeah, and his connection and how he says, depending on your connection to the Force, will determine the color of your lightsaber.
And the length.
Yes, and the length, and and that right there is like, I wish they would make that canon and make it official throughout the rest of the series, because that's how it should be. That's how it really should be. That was beautiful. And then the major plot twist at the end. Oh my God! I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but there's a huge plot twist. Oh my God! Honestly, like I said, 10 out of 10. Honestly, the Ninth Jedi, beautiful episode.
I don't know why people didn't really like this episode, but I enjoyed it immensely. Just like Nugget said, everything he said, I agree, is why I love this episode so much. So I would give it a 10 out of 10 also.
Yep. Beautiful episode. Ninth Jedi, watch it if you haven't. Next up, we got our little robot boy as Toby. And oh man, this one was cute. I really love the Astro Boy vibes to this. That's the first thing I thought when I saw him. And the story was cute. It was awesome. It went from like being like a cute little story to like actually pretty intense, pretty serious. And then and also the story of a Jedi. A droid. Wanting to become a Jedi Knight. And the dream pretty much becoming reality because he pretty much manifested the Force in him to do his thing. And I love that. This was the cutest, awesome episode. And for that, I give it a nice 7 out of 10. It was great. It was cute. It was childish. It was awesome, but it had its serious moments. And I think, honestly, I would give this one a nice 7 out of 10 for its creativity and what it brought to us, the message and everything. I loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I love the message. I love the whole planet coming back to life, and Toby realizing that he's more than just a robot, that he can be something else.
Yep.
And I would give this episode an 8.
An 8? Awesome. Yep. I love it. Yeah, Toby. Honestly, I love it, and I would love to see more of our boy Toby, or Toby. Next episode we got is Lopo and Ocho. I love this one in a sense because it really gave me like that Studio Ghibli vibes to it, especially because of her character being a rabbit. And I love that they finally get like a creature to be a Jedi, because we always see humans sometimes. We don't really get the emphasis on like creatures too. Like there have been like Wookiee Jedi and we see all the other Jedi, which are aliens, creatures and stuff. So it's great that we saw that. I love the rivalry between Lopo and Ocho. I love how they introduced the Jedi as like a secret in the family that's been passed down by generations. I really love that. The whole vibe was great. I wanted just a little bit more, but overall the vibes and everything, I give this one to Lopo and Ocho. For me, would be a good 8 out of 10.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I'd give it an 8. 8 too. I like the whole rivalry, and just the connection of the Force and how they were the keepers of basically the last lightsaber.
Yep.
On that planet. So yeah, I definitely give it an 8.
And one thing real quick too, I love the connection with family. Pretty much stating that family doesn't have to be blood. You don't have to be blood related to be a part of a family or to be considered family with somebody. It's all that connection. With them. Not just blood. A blood connection. So I really love that message too that they threw in there. Lopo and Ocho was great. I truly enjoyed it. All right, next up we got The Elder. Man, was this one honestly, like, this one gave me High Republic vibes all the way. because it's just a Padawan and his master going through the outer rim, exploring. He senses a great disturbance in the Force, something that the Padawan couldn't sense, but the master could because of his training with the Force, his connection with the Force. Ended up going to this planet, and I love how the Padawan was very cocky, just wanted to see battle. He's like, I'm ready to fight. Can we pull out our lightsabers? And he's like, whoa, dude. We're Jedi, bro. Not everything's about fighting. It's we don't always gotta fight. And his eagerness, almost got him killed. I love how they brought this old Sith, and how powerful this guy still was. And the battle was great. And I love like the how he had to think outside the box to really defeat the Sith. Not just traditional lightsaber battle, but I feel like he had to just do the unexpected to learn, even though he's already older, he's a master, but he still had to learn to be able to fight such a tremendous, from the dark side. But overall, I think this was a great episode. I give this one, honestly, a good 9 out of 10. It was beautiful. I love the animation. The battles was great. I love the old Sith guy. Awesome. 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I loved everything about this episode. I loved the artwork. I loved the theme, everything. Like when I first saw the Elder in the teaser trailer, this was the episode I wanted to watch, just because this dude looked like an evil humanoid version of Yoda.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And I was like, I need to see this. I would rate this episode like a 9.5. Right below the Duel.
Yep, I truly enjoy this one as well. All right, guys, and now it's time for the final episode, which this one was called how do you pronounce? I can't pronounce it.
A Kiri.
A Kiri. I personally enjoyed the art to this because I really always enjoyed this kind of art style when I was younger. I loved it. I love the confliction of the dark and light. I love that. At the end of the day, sometimes light doesn't always win, and the dark side does prevail. And they showcased that in this episode, and it was beautiful. I love how it was a huge reference to Anakin. Like, it was the biggest reference to Anakin. He was scared. He saw visions of somebody he cared about dying, so he wanted to protect her, but he wasn't strong enough to do that. And they showcased that too. They said, you're trying to change fate, but you can't. It's destiny. He wanted to change destiny. Couldn't. And that led to his downfall. His arrogance, his eagerness. He wasn't thinking straight. And that led to, him thinking, not be able to think. And even his master said, if you go through with this, even I may not be able to save you. So, I personally love this. This one, for me, again, is another nice 8 to 9 out of 10. Because I truly enjoyed everything that was going on in this episode.
Yep, I would give this episode 8.5. Just because I'm not a big fan of the art, that kind of art style. But overall, I loved the whole, not the light doesn't always win. And it was almost like he had to give a great sacrifice to save that woman, A Kiri.
Yep.
Or the woman. And, and out of that great sacrifice, he ended up turning to the dark side, and there was no turning back from it, but it was to save her life. So it was pretty much the ultimate sacrifice.
Yep, he did.
I would think.
Yeah, he ultimately saved her, changed his destiny, but in that same aspect, join the dark side. So beautiful. I love that. I love that it just took a nice turn, and I thought it was awesome. So that was all 9 episodes of Visions, everybody. Now for our full rating of the entire season. After looking at some of our points, 9s, 8s, 7s, 5s here and there, I think we can come to the conclusion that Star Wars Visions, the whole season itself, you can tell the ambition from all the directors that made each episode, their love for Star Wars, their creativity, really showing what they can do with Star Wars if they have that with their creative freedom, they brought these beautiful episodes to life. I'm gonna rate the season of Visions a nice 8.5 out of 10.
Yep. I agree. 8.5.
I feel like it was,
Definitely.
like I said, I feel like some episodes were just one-shot episodes that were meant to be cute and quirky, and bam, this is like what it is, and it's great. And it shows the creativity that can happen. But I feel like some episodes they can continue to grow. And again, like we mentioned again, the Duel. We have a full novel dedicated to the Duel called the Ronin. So it's like, you know, they really put in that effort into, like, in some episodes, really not just giving us those 15 minutes of, you know, of a short film, but potentially even growing that into its own, you know, franchise in of its own. So
Yeah.
I feel like this really puts, you know, these developers like up there, like, you know, these directors like they can do it. And I feel like I'm the kid with like who has a Porsche, like, can I have more, sir? Please, you know, like I want more visions. I want to see more. Beautiful. I can't stress that enough.
I agree. 100%. Give us season 2 already.
Yep, season 2.
Tired of waiting.
We want it. We want season 2. But oh my God, was this? I'm telling you guys, if you guys have not seen Visions, don't listen to everybody out in the internet. Some people don't know Star Wars. They really don't. Watch Visions. You will love it. I promise you. You will love Star Wars Visions for what it is. And I hope this really shines light to these directors, and we get some future animated series based off of, you know, some canon stuff maybe, which would be awesome.
Be cool.
But that is Star Wars Visions, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed our review. Let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with some of our ratings? What are your ratings for each episode? Let us know below. And what do you think of Star Wars Visions as a whole? What is your final review as well? We would like to know. Comment below. You know, comment on our socials. Like I said, we want to know more. And we're going to keep you guys updated with more Star Wars, you know, TV shows, movies, everything coming up, guys. Thank you so much for checking this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And Eagle Heart, let's send these people out.
Got it. May the Force be with you, for this is the way.
Thank you, everybody.